Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to Planet and Alien. Enjoy your stay while I talk. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about Riverdale spoilers. And so, yes, let's get started. Okay, first spoiler I'm going to talk about is the Black Hood. Ooh, I'm so excited for the Black Hood to come back. Now, I'm sure most of us know that the Black Hood is coming back in the last few episodes of the season. But I don't think many of us know when exactly he comes back, what episode. Well, I got a spoiler for you. I hope you want to hear it. If not, you might want to click out. But the Black Hood makes his reappearance episode 18 because I decided since I was going to make this, I wanted to know if there's any Riverdale spoilers I should know about before I make this with mine and talk about it. And someone sent me a video because I don't know how some people got to watch episode 18 and they recorded it with their phone. And I'm trying to stay away from that because I don't want to be spoiled. I want to actually watch the episode on a TV with perfect quality and see everything, perfectly. But this one video was sent to me. And let's just say, Carrie the musical definitely turned into a lot more than a musical. Let's say that. Um, Basically, I won't give too much away, but in this clip, it is during the musical. I believe it's towards the end of the musical when all of a sudden, I guess when the curtain comes down, there is writing with BH basically saying Black Hood, and it's basically saying I'm back and I'm coming for those who sinned, something along those lines. I couldn't really read it all because they had a little trademark thing on it, and by the time they took it away, this it was already off onto everyone else freaking the fuck out over the Black Hood being back. But it's like, how crazy would it be if the Black Hood killed someone, then use their blood to write that? Because it is red, so it could be blood. I mean, it could be paint too, but it would be even more cooler if it was blood. Could you imagine? What if he killed someone and then used their blood to write it, and then the person was hanging? And when they lifted up the curtain and saw, they were like, oh my God. Like, could you imagine if that's like what they see? Because, I don't know the whole premise of it because I don't know, the whole episode. I'm not being spoiled any more than this. But um, let's just say the message was loud and clear and people are freaked the fuck out. So we knew the Black Hood was coming back. We just didn't know which episode exactly he would reappear. And it turns out that is episode 18, Carrie the musical episode. And ooh, I'm excited. And the writers also have said that they have narrowed it down to 3 suspects. Now, for me, what always gets me when thinking about the Black Hood is this person, whoever it is, the Black Hood, knows so many personal things about Betty, especially her darkness, which no one really knows except for Chick and Jughead a little bit, and I guess Veronica a tiny bit. But so no one really knows. And so that's what always gets me. It has to be someone who knows Betty, who's known her for a long time, who knew that she grew up loving Nancy Drew Brooks, and who knows she has a darkness in her, which would lead me to believe that Sheriff Keller or Hal could be the Black Hood, even though when you look at the Black Hood, it doesn't really look like either one of them. It looks actually like Sheriff Keller. It actually kind of does. And honestly, that would make sense if Sheriff Keller did do this, and it also makes sense that, I mean, his son wasn't injured in any way, and yet he's gay, and to the Black Hood, that's a sin, so, plus the Black Hood just, he kind of glossed over the big sins and went for people with little sins, but, whatever is, whatever you want to do. I love the Black Hood storyline. I'm so excited for it. But of course, the whole Fred shooting, I'm 100% still on Hiram having something to do with it. Whether he hired Tallboy or someone else to shoot Fred, that's what I believe. But, that also, the Black Hood, then would that mean that they killed Miss Grundy too to make it kind of look like it wasn't just one attack on one person like Fred? So that's why they killed Miss Grundy, because she was killed in a different way than all the other victims of the Black Hood. So it kind of begs the question, are all these connected, or are they just meant to seem that way, basically? But yeah, so we have the Black Hood coming back. Episode 18 is when he reappears. I'm not saying we see him, but he makes sure everyone knows he's there. And if you want to see this clip, I will I will retweet it on my Twitter timeline, and you can check it out if you want to be a little spoiled and stuff and kind of analyze it. But the Black Hood is coming back. I am super excited. By the end of the season, I'm guessing we will find out who the Black Hood is, and I cannot wait. This storyline is my favorite by far. It's the only thing I am loving right now, besides Choni and Phallus, because Archie's eh, and Veronica's and the lodges no. But that also brings me to my next spoiler. Okay, so Cammy was interviewed and she was asked about if she would vote for her mom, Hermione, in the mayor election. And she's like, I can't tell you, my lips are sealed. And basically saying that she may or may not be voting for her. And so the interviewer asked more because she wanted to know, like, why wouldn't she vote for her? Apparently, Hermione, Hiram, or both of them, or just Hermione, betrays Veronica in a way that makes Veronica not want to vote for her for mayor. Can you imagine your own parents betraying you? Like, they had to betray her really badly because Veronica has stood by them through everything. Through everything. Losing friends, getting hate. She has stood by them, especially her mom with the mayor thing. But apparently, this betrayal has to be big if it's making Veronica question whether she wants to be a part of this family or whether she wants to vote for Hermione. And I think in the end, I don't think she's going to vote for Hermione. I think it's going to go to Fred unless she doesn't vote at all. But so yeah, so apparently her parents, I don't know if it's both of them or if it's just Hermione, but they betray her in a way that affects their relationship. And I just think that's bizarre. I mean, I don't trust Hermione and Hiram to begin with. They're shady. They're just not good people. But to betray your own daughter who has stood by you, who has really gotten so much hate and has lost friends because of it, is just taking it to a whole new level. Like I just can't imagine what they did to betray her. And I'm very intrigued to see. And I'm also very intrigued to see Veronica switch sides because we also got a picture of Cammy in a leather jacket. Now, it doesn't look like a serpent leather jacket, it looks like a girl leather jacket. But we all know Ronnie doesn't really wear any leather jackets. We've never seen her in a leather jacket. So maybe her wearing the leather jacket is symbolizing her standing on the South Side now, and that she's not for her family and she's not for their plan, and that she's for what Fred has in mind and she's for the South Side. Maybe the leather jacket is her kind of rebelling against her parents for betraying her and kind of saying, I'm not with you anymore. You've lost my trust. So that's just is a little something I wanted to add in there because we never see her in a leather jacket, so it's interesting to see her in a leather jacket, and I feel like there might be something behind it, or maybe she's just wearing it, but it's nothing. She's never wore it in the 1.5 seasons so far, so I kind of feel like maybe it's connected to her family betraying her and her kind of making a stand, But then we have the third spoiler, which is, as we all know, they are building a prison on the south side. Great job, Archie, for backing that up. Um, Not really. But so there's an eviction notice that went out that everyone on the south side has to get out because they are going to be tearing everything down and building the prison, leaving tons of people homeless, which leads people to have which leads people to suspect that Betty runs away with Jughead and Archie goes after her. Now, it is said that Archie breaks up with Veronica. I don't know if this happened. It's okay. He breaks up with Veronica. In episode 18, he's talking to Betty and he's telling Betty to just give her a chance, don't be so hard on her and stuff like that. So clearly they're in a good place. But maybe by the end of episode 18, they're not in such a good place. Or maybe they don't break up. But it is said that Archie does break up with Veronica. And if that is the case, I could see him going after Betty. But then again, I don't. know if that would happen so fast unless the reason he broke up with Veronica is because he has feelings for Betty and he can't deny it anymore. So we have Archie possibly breaking up Veronica, leaving him single, which could also lead to the triangles being Jughead, Betty, and Archie instead of Veronica, Archie, and Betty, which would be very interesting to see. But so the rumor that Betty runs away with Jughead, which I hope is not true because that would really suck. Like that would just I personally to me that sounds stupid. Like, come on, you're not Romeo and Juliet. Like, seriously, like, where you gonna go? Like, come on. Just because he lost his home, like, don't run away, don't run away from your problems. But if they do run away, in fact, like people have been saying, then perhaps Archie does go after her. Maybe he does try to stop her. Maybe he confesses his feelings to her and tells her, like, you can't go. And maybe that's what makes her start questioning, should I go? Should I not? And that's how they end season two with Betty questioning whether she wants to be with Archie or Jughead. And then season three starts the triangle Archie, Betty, and Jughead. See, that's a good way, actually. That's a good idea because I could totally see Betty and like, I don't personally see it happening. I mean, I guess they could because this is Riverdale and the writers would do this. But I could see that if Betty and Jughead were running away and Archie did stop Betty and confess his feelings to her, that she possibly might be confused and not know what to do. And that's how season two ends with her having to decide whether she wants to leave with Jughead and be with him or stay and be with Archie. And that goes into season three where the triangle really picks up. So I'm very intrigued to see. Those are all the spoilers so far. So that's what I wanted to say. I mean, I'm excited. Like, it's just, you can't really. Some of them are spoilers, some are rumors and stuff, but a lot of time rumors are true. Rumors do come from somewhere. Other times, people just kind of make up these kind of scenarios in their head, which is totally cool. But those are the spoilers and rumors I have heard for the rest of season two so far. And let's just say I am so excited. We got the Black Hood coming back. We're going to find out who the Black Hood is. We're going to have Archie possibly breaking up with Veronica. We're going to have Veronica rebelling against her parents possibly because they do betray her, which is just so crazy. That's your daughter. Like, I just am so curious how they betray her. You know what? They probably do something. She probably asked them not to do something and they agreed, okay, we won't for you. And then they go behind her back and do it anyways. And that betrays her. I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts. But yes, so the betraying, and then you have the possibility of Betty and Jughead running away and Archie possibly going after Betty. And I hope that if that is true and Archie does go after Betty, and hopefully he does catch her and he confesses his feelings, I hope she doesn't just say, I'm sorry, but I love Jughead and leave, because that just doesn't seem right. That doesn't fit right. And plus, it would make a lot more sense. I know that a lot of times the finale for these seasons are big and crazy and oh my god, what's gonna happen next? We gotta wait like fucking 4 months to find out and all. But at the same time, I could see in my head, Archie confessing his feelings to Betty as she's about to leave with Jughead and her not knowing what to do, and therefore that's how it ends. And then season three, the triangle starts, and you see Betty being torn between Jughead and Archie, and then you have Veronica, and it's like all complicated stuff, such complicated stuff. But yes, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Just wanted to give you some spoilers that I've heard and some rumors and my thoughts and stuff on it. So yes, I'll talk to you guys again soon.